Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. I'm Karen Maku.
And I'm Cody.
Cody left on quite a high-strung note when we, last were here.
I just want to address... Sholmes is
dead on the floor.
Sholmes is dead on the floor. Van Zieks said that if this man is found to be lying, then he will be suspicious.
Thou shalt be a liar.
He will be suspected of doing the thing.
And then he lied about it.
And now Van Zieks is saying it doesn't count because his fingers were crossed. And he just doesn't have to explain why he lied. He just doesn't have to do that. He's not obligated to do that because he runs the courtroom, actually. You bunch of fucking nerds.
Because he's a witness, and that kind of makes him like a customer. The customer is always right. Who remembers that? Who remembers Larry? I wish Larry committed a crime so we'd never have to see him again.
I like Larry.
No, you don't.
There's no neurons firing in that man's head, and I love it.
He's constantly hitting on Maya, who's underage.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not his fault. He doesn't have any neurons that work.
All of his neurons don't work, and then he, stalks... No, not... Is it Iris? I think it's Iris.
Which one's Iris?
The girl that looks like Dahlia, but black hair.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you would know. She's only in the third game.
Yeah, okay,
Anyway, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna put my head through a wall.
What?
Yes, I lied in my testimony. That I admit, so sentence me accordingly. But that is all I admit, and I'm not going to tell you what actually happened. Murder, leaking government secrets, striking deals with the detective. All of it is this young Easton man's fancy. Despite all the, literal mountains of evidence you have that it was me, go fuck yourself. I have no idea what any of that is about.
You... what?
Just admit it, bro.
Just go to jail, bro. Take the L like a big boy.
You lost.
Well, what about you then, Inspector Gregson?
I'm gonna make this as difficult as possible, Sunshine.
Oh.
You'll wish you were pulling teeth.
Do you admit to making a deal with Mr. Graydon in order to acquire the disc?
Nope. Ladies and gents of the jetty, peace. And then he just runs out the door. As a Scotland Yard inspector, I will declare this and nothing more. I am acting in the best interest of the country. Whatever I've done has been in the name of justice. So, as members of the public of this fine country,
peace out.
I'd like to think that the justice will be your guiding light when you're making your decision. It's basically just put this innocent girl in jail because it's easier.
Because we have a more important case to cover.
Yeah, fucking... This is quite the quandary indeed. Rarely have I encountered such extraordinary tumultuousness in the concluding of a trial. Nevertheless, in the absence of any further evidence to be presented, I believe it is time that we put this matter to the jury for their final leanings. I didn't get to do my summation, whatever.
No, it's okay.
Is it? Well, now. As a fellow member of the Queen and Country, I must say I sympathize with the old inspector.
Yes, he is a dependable man, I'm quite sure. In service, one becomes a good judge of character.
Shut the living fuck up. He's helping a man lie blatantly. Even crossing your eyes doesn't help when it comes to looking at this case. It's all blurred to me. Well, as a fellow professional, I'd like to put my faith in the detective, really. Shut up.
Graydon is highly skilled operator, stop. Currently in presence of idol, stop.
Get this bitch a mop. The detective has very much trust in his eyes. More than this I cannot say. You...
Uh-huh.
I don't even want to deal with you.
I don't believe it. The 6 jurors are... They're going to believe Gregson? If they declare their decision now... Is Jenny gonna be found guilty?
Yes, because there's no justice in this world.
The miracle never happened.
Christmas is ruined.
God, you don't even know what that's about.
No, I don't, but I'm gonna...
In Game 3, Phoenix is like, if a miracle is going to happen, it's going to happen now, and then you have to show Shelly to Killer the evidence so that he doesn't kill Maya. If you fail, he like, I'm assuming Shelly kept his word and dropped Maya off somewhere, but I'll never see her again. And then he like leaves the leaves the courtroom forever.
Oh, God.
And then his famous words are, "The miracle never happened."
Really kind of summed this nonsense up pretty well, huh?
If I don't manage to produce some definitive evidence right now, then we're going to lose.
So despite the fact that every single piece of evidence points to this man, literally because we don't have a picture of him doing a thumbs up over Windibanks' dead body, we can't find him guilty.
Where's the I'm glad we're both on the same page here.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Dude,
Cody,
like
he's
all of the
looking
evidence,
directly into your soul. He's finding out how to hurt you the most.
all of the evidence points to him.
But whatever.
Oh
Or
my
some
God.
evidence to force Gregson into admitting that he struck a deal with the witness.
Well then, counsel,
Yeah?
I think it's time I imposed on the judges to declare their final decisions now.
No.
That is, unless you have some compelling evidence you have thus far not presented to the court.
We have not inspected the second disc yet.
We haven't.
Why
We
don't
gotta
I
inspect
have it?
the second disc.
Why don't I have the disc?
We gotta inspect
give
the
me
second.
the disc.
Can we present the music box?
Is it
Like if we open it up, can we present the other side of the music box?
I mean, maybe. I saved, so like whatever the problem.
Just fucking do it.
If I let the judge call on the jurors to announce their leanings, Gina will be found guilty. So there's no choice then, Reno. You have to throw some evidence at them.
Dude, I could throw an actual video confession of Ashley admitting to the murder, and it wouldn't make a shit bit of difference.
This is fuck.
Like, he would still just be like, actually, you can't find me guilty.
I was just thinking about like the photo we were talking about of like Ashley over Windibank's dead body doing poses with the Stulkin brothers.
It's the thing, God, you ever seen the picture of the dude, like, squatting over a grave doing the thumbs up? He looks kind of like Matt Pat.
Oh, no.
You haven't seen that picture?
No.
Oh, man, but it's just It's just Ashley doing that over Windibanks' dead body. With a little sign that says, I did it.
This is it now. It all comes down to this. Who do I present evidence against? Gregson or Graydon? Well,
Gregson, because Gregson has the disc.
I saved.
You
so.
saved. It doesn't matter.
Inspector Gregson.
I think the music went out.
The music's still playing.
Is it? Oh, we're fucked.
Unless like I don't think during something like this the music stops. There's one final piece of evidence I would like to see.
No. What's that then?
If you refuse to acknowledge that you did in fact strike a deal with the witness here today, then you leave us no choice but to examine this piece of evidence thoroughly.
Music disc. Well, go on.
This is my last chance. It looks like I'm going to have to force his hand here. One final piece of evidence to get this detective to admit the deal he clearly struck with Graydon. Okay, so
like,
it's either the music box or the disc.
Yeah, there's nothing else we can present, right?
Yeah,
What
but
else do we
sometimes Ace Attorney is very fickle about what you're supposed to present. Because it's like, am I supposed to present the music box or the disc?
Do the box.
Do the box?
Who cares, man?
Take that!
Huck it at his head. Is that Mr. McGildy's peculiar music box, counsel?
No. I brought this one from home. Yes, with the disc already in place, ready to play. I think perhaps now would be a good time to listen to the sound produced by the music box again. Only this time,
We're all gonna shut up, put bubbles in our mouths, and listen to it, damn it!
with the second disc we just discovered set in place as well.
Goodness! This disc, counsel?
Hold it!
No, wait! I can't let you do that.
Wait! Wait, I didn't decide up for this.
Wait, nobody said there was a possibility of me losing.
Why not?
That wasn't a part of the deal. Because it's got nothing to do with this case. That's why.
Objection.
Okay, well then you should have no, like, issue with me, like, just making myself look stupid.
Not true, Inspector.
Yeah. It's a grocery list.
It's a oh my god! A shopping list! The defense has already proposed
And she said yes.
that the sound heard by the code earlier is this music box. From this music box, we're part of a Morse code message.
Wait, no. Nobody said there was a chance of me going to jail.
I think everyone said there was a chance of you going to jail.
Well, apparently it just doesn't fucking matter.
We know that Morse code comprises of 2 distinct tones. The defense believes that the second disc contains the second tone needed to complete the message. Man, you better hope you put it in there properly, though.
Oh yeah, if they're like not lined up properly, it's just gonna be nonsense.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. Oh, what's up? Did you get it?
Yeah, that gnat. There's been a gnat buzzing around the room.
Oh, great. A gnat. Now they're infesting the house.
They've already carried away Salem.
If the
The gnats have a hostage.
They like fly in with a ransom note.
It's too small, I can't read it.
It's on the note. There's like Salem's fur taped to it.
If you ever want to see your cat again, leave out sugar water.
Leave out a gallon of sugar water, nothing more, nothing less.
You better not cut that shit with salt.
Ah, shit. They know what game I'm playing now.
No, blur it out.
Ah, no.
Censor it with something less shameful. Hogwarts Legacy. Hoonie Pop.
Hoonie Pop on the PlayStation.
Princess Peach's Backyard Adventure. I don't know.
Now we have a chance to confirm that theory.
Housewives in your area. For crying out loud, Sunshine. We're talking about state secrets here.
Oh, so you admit that's what's on here?
Bro. If you go letting the whole courtroom hear confidential information like that, it's treason.
I'm willing to commit treason for my country.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said there wasn't anything important on this music. I thought you said that it didn't have any state secrets. I thought you said it wasn't.
Then you admit the charge? That in order to protect the state's secrets, you engaged in unlawful dealings with the victim, no, not the victim, the witness.
You're mad.
I am.
You let that sacred information out into the public domain.
Cody's mad, but in a different sense of the word.
Everyone will know the Queen's wearing a toupee.
God fucking damn it.
You'll be making an enemy of the entire British government, you idiot.
Good thing I'm not British.
Ooh, shiver me timbers. Ooh, I'm so scared. The British. Ooh. Almost like you're a country that just got your ass handed to you by a bunch of farmers with pitchforks. Ew.
Are you gonna get me with your crooked teeth and no spices?
Oh, look at what I have here. A handful of pepper that I keep in my pocket at all times. Don't ask questions. Watch out. I'll put salt on your mashed potatoes.
You throw salt at someone and they melt like a witch.
I'd say more of a slug, but okay.
No, I mean like how witches are depicted to melt.
I mean, that's only in The Wizard of Oz.
And Shrek, you idiot.
Right, that is how they killed her. No, she didn't melt. She blew the fuck up.
What? Oh no, not the fairy godmother. In the fourth movie, when Rumpelstiltskin threw water at a witch, and it's like, you know what? Actually, her idea was great. Too bad I killed her.
Right. I always forget about the fourth one.
Yeah, that's a movie. Anyway, let's not forget, Inspector, that you, a Scotland Yard officer, leaked confidential case details to a witness. That you continue to lie in court, and all because, by fair means or foul, you're determined to do your duty. Well, by fair means or foul, I'm prepared to do mine.
Don't you dare.
I dare! I will stop at nothing to protect my client. I don't care who I make an enemy of.
Damn it. I'm too sober for this nonsense.
He just throws it at us. My lord, if you please. The court must hear the sounds made by the music box. There has to be some indication of how to put this in here. Right?
Yeah, there's gonna be like a notch or something, like an arrow on it that points to like the proper alignment.
Yeah. Which must suck if you get it like just slightly off. Just one needle off, right?
Either this is state secrets about the Queen's bathroom habits, or this is a poem about a corgi.
Why is he scatting at me?
The scat man, but it's the music box version.
Oh god, anyway.
Come on, Van Sykes, for Pete's sake, stop him.
Objection!
Stop who? I don't see anyone else.
Inspector, you should know my methods by now. I am a prosecutor. I'm no Scotland Yard puppet.
Boogity boogity.
In this courtroom, my duty is to the law. So let me propose a toast.
And then he eats a piece of toast.
Eats the glass. To uncovering the truth by fair means or foul. Bring in the chickens.
And then it's just like opera music as like the courtroom doors open, and then it just flooded with chickens.
It's like in Legend of Zelda when you attack a chocobo.
Chocobo?
What are the chickens called?
Cuckoos.
Oh, I was thinking of the things from Final Fantasy. I really want to eat a chocobo. They look delicious. I don't know if it's like my weird animal brain. I just want to eat a chocobo. They're probably so delicious, dude.
I want to go home.
Hang on. Very well. The defense's stance here and that of the prosecution has been made very clear, I feel. Therefore, in accordance with the defense's request...
Yeah. Play the damn music box. Yes!
Play the tape. The court will now listen to this music box. The court will now listen as this music box is set in operation once more.
Turns out he doesn't want us to hear it because it's not state secrets. It's a diss track he's very embarrassed of.
Gregson has toned the line with that crazy ass hairline. Bro got a whole head looking like a pineapple.
And now we have to figure out who wrote the message to begin with.
Bro got a head looking like a pineapple every time he walks. He goes snip snapple.
Please stop.
I am white. I cannot rap.
No, you can't.
It's not in my ability set. This time, the second disc in place, and both discs playing simultaneously.
How did you figure out how to put this in here?
Shut up, I used psychic abilities.
I read his mind, even though I could have done that to prove his guilt.
This is meaningless. This means nothing to us.
Oh, listen to that. It's unmistakable now. It's Morse code.
Alright, I'll admit it. Whatever you want. But for the love of God, shut that bloomin' box up.
Uh-huh.
No.
No.
It also says you wear girls' underwear. What's that about?
Wow, are these just your secrets from your fucking diary? Let me ask you...
Sherlock Holmes is so dreamy. You okay, man?
No.
Oh, I am so much. I made my own OC of Sherlock Holmes. His name's Sherlock Holmes. And he's way dreamier. I mean, he's better at his job.
I know that our only connection is that he pays me through his books, but I'd love to be his sugar baby.
I'm not opposed to it. In this economy.
It's getting hot out here. Let me ask you again then, Inspector Gregson. Oh, God.
Take a breath, dude. Take a breath.
Did you or did you not strike a deal with the witness next to you in the stand, Mr. Ashley Graydon?
Specifically, did you furnish the witness with confidential case details in exchange for this music box disc? Did you reveal the existence of the peephole in the pawnbroker's storeroom door, Inspector?
No.
He looks up with like tears in his eyes, like, I did!
You caught me! Oh, you're gonna fucking love this.
Stop! What are you doing, man? It's all exactly like the young Eastern lawyer said. When the trial resumed after the recess and we were stood here in the stand together.
I popped the question and he said yes.
That's when he approached me with the deal. Shut up, you imbecile. Shut up! Bro, you're making yourself look so guilty.
Psst, you there.
What are you buying?
You did just get done with Resident Evil 4.
Well, I did the DLC.
Whatever, he was still there.
He was. You're the detective who turned up at the pawnbroker the other day, aren't you? I may have something that you're looking for, Inspector, with me at this very moment. So how about a trade? I suggest you accept. Or information that may make certain individuals uncomfortable will soon become very public indeed. I couldn't let that information become public knowledge. Not under any circumstances.
Can you believe that people thought that in Resident Evil 4, they, like, at least the remake, they weren't gonna bring back the shopkeeper or whatever?
Yeah, he's iconic. I don't know why you wouldn't bring him back.
Yeah, I guess they were just trying to start drama so people would read their articles.
I guess so, because, like, I don't know, that'd be like having the game without Ashley. It's like he's a pivotal character.
Change the character entirely. Anyway.
So I accepted the man's proposal and told him details about the case that should have put him in the clear. The peephole in the storeroom door and the bloodstains on the overcoat.
Wait, does this mean that they would have to, like, like, he would have to be tried for, like, both the murder here and then go to a different case about the leaked documents?
Maybe. Depends on
fucked.
how they decide. It depends on how they... Well, no, because they're both part of the same crime. So this would be tried as a single case.
Oh, so now, like, all of the stuff is linked together.
Yeah, if he had done 2 separate crimes, then yeah, they would be 2 separate trials.
But the fact that, like, now that these cases are connected, they're tried as one.
Yeah, he killed Windibanks in the course of selling illegal information.
Well, not selling it, trying to get it back after a deal gone wrong 2 months ago.
Yeah.
By giving false testimony, this witness intended to have the defendant wrongly accused of murder. Inspector, you knew that. Yet you still revealed the details to facilitate.
Felicitate.
I'm gonna...
Ah, my hair.
Yeah, take that, you bitch. The witness perjury.
I admit nothing.
He's back on that.
But then it turned out the peephole had only been made that night, after the incident took place.
And I was like, well, shit.
Scotland Yard wasn't aware of that, if I'm perfectly honest.
Ow! Well, Mr. Graydon, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm getting scrambled.
Like an egg!
Oh no, you've poached me.
Shut.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet.
There's nothing and no one left for you to hide behind.
Says you! And he like just stands behind the detective. Like whispers, are they still there?
You struck a deal with the inspector in order to escape conviction of this very serious crime. Namely this. You are the third intruder who broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And you perpetrated the murder of the proprietor, Mr. Pop. His fucking... His first name is fucking Pop? How did we go to this whole trial without knowing that?
His parents had aspirations for him.
He was never a father. He was never a father.
He never made it that far.
You destroyed this man's destiny. Mr. Pop Windibank.
You. Traitor! Oh shit. Dude, he's like actually, like this is illegal.
Wait. There it is.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Restrain that man!
And then you hear like several gunshots.
Perpetrator restrained, Your Honor! In hell! Like, shoots him twice.
Well, he was going there anyway. He's committed treason. And murder! Those are both death sentences.
At once! Bro, he fucking,
I think we're at the end. We're at the end, Cody. It's okay.
he fucking just assaulted a detective.
Oh my, is that also a death sentence?
I don't know, it's a death sentence.
Hang on. Oh, fuck, where's my phone? I'll look it up. You take this. He's about to start confessing.
That's it then. It's all over. Fuck me, that took way too long.
Ryunosuke saying that? Let's see.
Jesus. You just fucking admit to it. I despised my life growing up. Those slums are vile places. I was cursed from birth, born into poverty, the son of a penniless artisan. My parents did nothing but quarrel all day long. What little money they had was never spent on me. As it should have been. So I set about studying to better myself, to one day escape from that hellhole. And you eventually became a communications officer. I admire your determination. But then you decided to try to sell government secrets? Why? Because I felt like it. I thought it would make me cool. Isn't it obvious? Because I wanted money. Even now, years later, the nightmares of my life in the slums wake me in the small hours. I wanted to drown them out with more money than anyone who lived in that squalor could ever imagine. Then one day I met him.
He was
A
so
leprechaun.
handsome.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. How did I hardly heard it I...
I didn't know what he said, but it sounded like it was full of money.
You're a fan with a queer town, so you are. I've money to throw your way if you're interested. All you need to do is go along with my little plan now.
Okay, it's saying that it was it's called aggravated assault, at least.
Aggravated assault on an officer of the peace, or a public servant. I was to steal the ministry's telegraphic message logs, and McGilded would buy them for a handsome sum. As I was responsible for inspections of the ministry's communications office, it was a simple enough task. The lure of the devil's offerings. How easy it is to succumb. Pulls out 30 pieces of silver. But you must surely have realized the seriousness of the crime you were committing.
Okay, it seems like it became a felony in the 1800s.
Alright. And for that reason, I took great lengths to ensure that my actions were untraceable. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's a fucking lie, you bastard.
By using the music box. Oh, I'm so sad.
Please pity me.
My father was a brickmaker, though my mother divorced him when I was still a child.
What was that?
No, don't worry about it.
Yes, Mr. Mason Milverton.
Mason.
Did I say it wrong?
Nah. That's right. He was very skilled with his hands. He had once been a music box maker's apprentice. And a hammer wielder's apprentice. I imagine that his skills would be sufficient to create a machine that could generate Morse code.
I'm stupid.
What happened?
My brain happened.
Ain't
You know how
that the way it is?
You know how stupid my brain can get when certain things are said, right?
What happened?
When he said that, like, he was good with his hands, I instantly jumped to him, like, pole dancing at a club. But it's, like, his father, by the way.
Yeah, I know. In the same getup that he died in.
Like, he's wearing the same top part, but he's got, like, fishnet stockings and, like, super high stilettos.
And the really sad, tired look on his face.
So it brings in all the boys.
I've got to earn a living! So I sought out my father again to employ his services. It was the first time I'd seen him since I left the slums 10 years earlier. Maybe he didn't recognize you, dude. Maybe you got lucky. I'm Scrooge McDuck. Look at you, Ashley. What a fine gent you've become, eh?
Damn, that's already out the window. He recognized him immediately.
He was a different man to the one in my memory. A thin, frail old man.
You know, now that I think about it, that might not have been my father.
I might have walked into the wrong home.
It was 10 years ago, after all.
But poverty had never broken him, never corrupted him like it had me. I was sure that he wouldn't help me if I told him the real reason.
It rhymes with reason.
So I made up a story. I've got some work for you, Father. I need some music box discs made. Music box discs, eh? A musician friend of mine has written some music he wants to sell to the public. I've brought the score with me. There are two, actually. I'd be delighted, son. It's been 20 years since I did any work like this, though.
Well, what if I teach you how to do it? It could be a bonding moment between us.
Fetch my tools, would you? They're in the loft. I'm old and it's hard to move.
You know, it would be so much less traceable if you learned how to do it from your father so you could do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah, say it's a new hobby of yours.
Yeah, and you're rich enough to just take on hobbies.
Yeah, dude. That's how I had him make the 2 discs.
Are these the only 2 discs that exist? There wasn't any other transactions?
Did you not get any further than your first attempt? Thereby splitting the information in 2. You were taking considerable precautions indeed.
No, looks like you're only gonna have 1 count of treason.
It was to protect myself as much as anything. It meant that I could deal with McGilded in 2 separate transactions. The first involved the first of the 2 discs and the music box for playing them. I exchanged them with McGilded for 10 guineas. Then, on receipt of the second disc, he would pay 1,000 guineas. That's a lot of guineas.
It's government information.
How will you feed that many guinea pigs, dude?
God fucking, we're still on the guinea pig thing.
I am.
So, what happened on the omnibus 2 months ago? Was the second part of the deal, but the exchange of the second disc?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd sold the man information that way a number of times already. Oh, this wasn't your first attempt. Okay.
Okay, so this is just the first time you decided to do, like, disc? Or is this just like...
Or had you done it multiple times before and this is just the time you were caught?
Or at least when it got messy.
But it seems he became reluctant to part with his money.
I don't know why, he had so much of it.
Because he's a leprechaun.
And then he would be
stingy about their
contractually
gold.
obligated to kill him in the most ridiculous way possible while filming a movie.
Yeah. Or send him to the hood. But that doesn't quite make sense, Mr. Graydon.
Or he will indeed be up to no good.
For why was it that on the omnibus 2 months ago... You know what's weird? I think it's like the 4th movie, Leprechaun in Space. They never explained why there's a leprechaun in space. There just is a leprechaun in space.
I like to imagine they shot him up there hoping he couldn't come back down.
Because like each movie it's a different leprechaun.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, each movie is a different leprechaun except for like... They had one that came out in like, I think 2018 that was like a direct sequel to the very first one. And it was the shittiest thing ever.
They're all shitty.
Dude, there's one where this guy gets split in half sideways. Like this. Like, he got split in half this ways, right?
What the hell?
Don't ask why. And then the one chick who saw it happen was like, do you think he's okay? Like, I know his abdominal aorta got cut, but oh my god, he's dead.
She's using like super long words.
Yeah, that was her character. Oh, man. Your father, Mr. Milverton, was the one dealing with McGilded and not yourself.
We might finish the game in this episode.
Fuck, I hope so. When I received the 1,000 guinea after my first completed dealing with McGilded,
I laughed.
the McGilla gorilla,
Shut up!
I decided to give 200 to my father for his troubles.
And then he got very suspicious about the amount, and he didn't believe me that I got paid this much at work.
But my father realized something was amiss. In time, he worked out that I must be involved in something dubious. And when he did, he said to me, next time there's an exchange, you let your old man do it, understand? Otherwise, I won't take your money anymore.
And I was like, oh shit, he's on to me, I have to let him do it.
Oh no, my diggity dog. If this gets out, I'll be didgeridunzo. That was my father's way of dealing with it, I suppose. climb into the omnibus, hand over the second disc, and take the money from McGilded, that is. He had no idea what was actually on the disc I'd asked him to make. He never knew. Just like I'll never know why everything went so horribly wrong that night. My dad is dead.
My dad is dead. Well, you still have a mom, right?
Nah, she might be dead too. This is the 1800s. All I know is that the disc was taken from him, and he never returned home. Your daddy's dead, bro.
Do you want to see him?
We still have his body in the cooler.
I mean, we might.
It was only then that I found out what sort of a monster McGilded really was.
It's an unsolved case. We might still have the body.
So after 10 years of not once uttering it, I swore on my father's name.
I did this exact thing too.
To exact revenge.
Revange?
Are you the one who set him on fire? As anyone without even the remotest knowledge of the man will no doubt be able to imagine. McGilded brought all his wealth and influence to bear in the most despicable of ways.
Like
Stop
this.
doing that! To crush any semblance of justice in his trial.
Jungus.
The crime scene was tampered with, evidence was fixed, and witnesses were bribed.
No, not bribed or blackmailed.
What's blackmailing but bribing, just not with money?
That's
Because you can blackmail somebody after you've bribed them. By being like, yeah, I have evidence you took a bribe from me.
Yeah, that's what Red White did to Grossberg.
Sure.
Do you not believe me?
No, I do.
Because he's just like, you know, I'm gonna let people know that you took a bribe from me and leak the information or whatever. So you better do what I say for the next 50 years.
What you need?
Oh God, yeah, you're right. He did say that.
Oh fuck, that was his catchphrase.
Yeah, you forgot.
The trial 2 months ago was a farce from start to finish.
My feet had barely touched British soil back then.
I aided and abetted a criminal.
I took out a girl named Pavlova and beef stroganoff.
Fuck, I could go for some beef stroganoff.
Well, now that I've said something, it's gonna happen in real life. It's called manifesting abundance, people.
All you have to do is cut out magazines, take pictures of the shit you want, put it on a board, and then you get it. You get the shit.
God fucking damn it. and I walked into that hornet's nest, completely unaware of the sinister background to it all.
Dope. I'd made plenty of money out of my dealings with McGilded by then, so I spared nothing in my arrangements 2 months ago. I knew exactly who to hire. Terry the Killer. If you're willing to pay the price, there are people in this city willing to do anything you ask. McGilded himself had shown me that.
Are you saying that there's a second murder connected to this case?
Oh my god, no, please. I think you have the picture now. He twisted everything in his favor in this courtroom to ensure that he walked free. I took matters into my own hands and delivered the justice that monster deserved. Where'd you get that second cane? Your first one broke. That tragic accident following the trial here 2 months ago.
He just bent it back into place and used alchemy to seal the wood.
Shut up. Was planned and executed by yours truly.
Like, you can see me in the window. I don't know how you didn't know.
Doing the thumbs up again. It's my signature move.
McGilded's death that day was caused by this man. I mean, he's already going to be executed for treason. He might as well just admit to all the crimes he's done. Right?
Yeah. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Courtroom.
What's this, officer? Just sooner than I was led to believe. Oh, it's not an inconvenience, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. The schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. Just time for the inspection. They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I wonder if I could be a present for it myself.
I like how you sound like you're stumbling over your words when you're saying McGilded shit.
It adds to the Irish character, Lonnie.
I know it does. It's funny, but... So that policeman who who came to tell McGilded he could examine the omnibus again.
That's right. An imposter hired by me. McGilded used his wealth to manipulate the trial. He paid people to adulterate the omnibus with all manner of false evidence. He threatened witnesses to lie in this testimony.
I'm so glad you didn't say that he bribed Gina, because he didn't bribe Gina.
Yeah, he just threatened her. So I gave the man a taste of his own medicine. Once the omnibus was doused in paraffin...
Paraffin wax?
That shit is flammable. One of my sham policemen ushered McGilded inside and sent him on a one-way journey to hell.
Him like going down to hell in the omnibus.
Ah, Jesus! What do you say Nick's got me now?
There's no hat.
An eye for an eye. That is how I avenged my father's death. Well, shit. A spine-chilling account indeed. Okay, but what about Winterbanks? But that wasn't the end of it for me.
He's just like, what about Winterbank?
There was a loose end, you see.
A loose end?
Oh, and if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. Yes, I should think it's obvious. The second disc which my father had taken in exchange with McGilded. Ah, yes. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. Clearly because it had been removed from the scene of the crime. You know, why wouldn't he just buy it from Gina?
What?
Like, why not buy the music disc from Gina? Because he said he had more money than he knew what to do with. And she's an urchin. Offer her like 10 guinea. That's how much you got on your first deal with McGild, and then he gave you 1,000 guinea.
Give her 5 guinea.
Yeah.
Like, give her half.
You'll still make a profit, and 5 guinea to a street urchin is a lot of money. And then just buy the music box. Right?
Yeah, he's so stupid. He could have avoided all of this.
Dude, you would have no blood. Well, you'd have blood on your hand, but you'd have less blood on your hand. You would have gotten away scot-free.
You wouldn't have to come back, rob the whole ass pawn shop. You could have just, like, the moment you walked in, it's like, hey, I'll give you 5 guinea for that. And she'll be like, oh, hell yeah, man.
Oh, well, I'll take that deal, I will. You didn't have to get the goon squad involved. The goon tunes. And have their nonsense occur.
God, why didn't you just... you're so stupid. You're so
like,
fucking
this could have
stupid.
gone so much better had you not just been in a blood haze, I guess.
You just wanted to kill.
Something from the first time I dealt with McGilded.
Just please just start saying nonsense.
Damn, his posture is immaculate.
But yeah, he's a gentleman, Cody.
This is the first of the 2 discs in the music box. You need to play them. Hey, look at that now. What an ingenious little invention.
Why'd you give him the music box in the first transaction?
Yeah, because...
The first transaction was only 10. You were gonna get 1,000 for the second one.
You should have saved the music box for the second transaction. You probably could have racked the price up.
No, not even rack the price up. It's the fact that he was paying more second time around.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you should have given him the first disc for 10, and then be like, I'll give you the second disc, plus the music box needed to play it, and then double whatever offer he puts forward.
You may be rich, you're a fucking idiot.
You are a goober. No wonder you're hanging out with the Skulkin brothers.
Selling milk and all that.
So then, as promised, 10 guinea for you, young man.
You just, okay.
What's this? Winterbake's pawnbroker.
Oh, so you were there way before.
You knew the establishment. Hey, 'tis a pawnbroker's ticket it is.
You said prawn.
Shut up. You can use it to redeem an article I deposited there for you. There's no need to give me a name. Just hand over the ticket and tell the Fiend the watchword.
What's the watchword?
I put a jewel in pawn for you. It'll fetch a good 10 guineas if you sell it, so it will. I've never heard of a pawnbroker being used in quite that way before. Have you not, Mr. Green?
Oh, you should. It's pretty great.
London's pawnbrokers are a very useful place, you know. Each one is an extremely secure vault. I didn't catch any of that.
And then I started zoning out because he just started fangirling about pawnbrokeries.
He just started saying nonsense about haggis and how he needed to get his 10 pieces of gold back. So I knew that if he had taken steps to hide the disc, it would be in that pawnbroker somewhere. And on the night that he killed my father, he must have entrusted the ticket to someone.
Anyone. Really. Yes, to Gina. I remembered. No! I remember now. That's when we first met you at Windibanks that afternoon 2 days ago. You had a description of Miss Lestrade written down. How did you know who you were looking for?
From the trial, that pickpocket's testimony was clearly peculiar. Anyone could see that. I realized immediately that she was another of McGilded's pawns, that he must have threatened her somehow. I was fairly convinced it would be her who had the ticket. So I started to make some inquiries.
Inquiries?
I had a strong suspicion the girl would come out of the woodwork on the redemption deadline.
And he was absolutely right.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And yes, sure enough, she did. All I needed was to wait until the girl went to Windibanks to redeem the articles. But unfortunately, she redeemed only McGilded's overcoat and the one disc that was in his pocket. The all-important music box with the second disc inside was missing, because it had already been forfeited 2 days earlier. But I was unaware of that fact. Had I not been, I could have avoided my nighttime excursion.
Even if you just pay the fucking girl.
Yeah, you could have, because ultimately, the music box is useless without both discs.
And you said that even before you were doing this deal with the McGilded, you had more money than you knew what to do with.
So you could have bought the ticket from the disc from her for 5 guinea. You would have had a 5 guinea profit. If you had looked around the pawnbrokery for 2 seconds, you would have seen the music box.
Yeah, which you probably could have bought for cheap because, like, Windibank probably didn't know the worth of the music box.
It's a pawnbrokery. They're not gonna, like, they don't care.
And, like, you would get the second disc back, like, with the price of the
music box.
The music box, yeah.
Like, this would have been such an easier task had you just thought for 2 seconds.
A crime did not have to happen on that day.
Like, you could have just walked in and been like, "Young lady, I shall buy that music
Bix tape."
Well, I guess he was like, he needed the coat because she didn't know the disc was in there. Yeah, he didn't know the disc was in there. So, like, I don't know, man. You could have just
buy the coat from her.
Yeah, buy the coat for 5 guinea. Because, like, I don't know that we can pull up the ticket for the coat, but I'm sure the coat was not worth... It was 1 guinea, wasn't it? The coat was 1 guinea.
The coat itself, like, if you wanted to be discreet, as long as it had the disc in it, it was worth 5 guinea.
Yeah, you could have just walked up to that girl and been like, "Young lady, I shall give you 5 guinea for that coat if you ask no questions." And she'd be like, "Fucking yeah."
Instead, you wanted to be a bitch and slap around a child for, like, an hour.
Jesus, dude, this could have been so much simpler on you, you fucking egg-faced motherfucker. Meanwhile, as our investigation into stolen government secrets was progressing, we picked up on the fact that McGilded was involved.
Inspector, you recovered fast. He's sleepy.
My orders were to recover the stolen information as quickly as possible. So we started gathering the fella's possessions and examining whatever we could lay our hands on.
Couldn't save Gina from all the crimes, but, like, we got her out of murder.
Yeah. We had a full-scale investigation going on at the yard, but we had to keep it as quiet as we could.
What are you talking about?
Then, when the inspector here took the disc from me and the pawnbroker that day, I became nervous. I was sure the music box and the second disc was still there in the shop somewhere. Dude, they were front and center. They weren't even hidden.
Probably didn't have time to look. He was too busy wrestling a child for a bloody coat.
I guess so, but again, you just needed the coat. The box and the discs are useless. It would only be connected to a dead man, and then you don't even share the same last name as him. If they brought it up, you could just say, like, "Yeah, I haven't talked to my father in 10 years. And that would clear you. Not only that, you're seen as a respectable member of society.
Okay, we already talked about what he could have done. We're not gonna, like, go back over it because it's true. He could have done that. He didn't, and now he's going to jail. And he's probably gonna die in jail, too.
Yeah. So I knew that it was a race against time. I had to find those articles before the police did.
Which he did, and he failed.
He died.
Let's see. So that's what prompted you to break into the place that same night. With the help of your old friend, the Skulkin brothers. Please don't remind me.
Tweedledum and Tweedle dipshit. What happened that night in the pawnbrokery, I can only describe as a nightmare.
And then it cuts to the whole scene that we were joking about.
Where Nash is flying through the air and Rudy is sitting there screaming with the chopper face.
His name's not Rudy.
What's his name?
Oh, God.
Can't you pull it up?
I can. I don't think it's Rudy, though.
Ringo. I was close.
But it's like... fucking Nash is getting tossed through the air, and Ringo is just crying, and Windibank is like super buff.
Just posing over them, draped in a toga that nobody knows how he got it.
And then like Ashley's like in the corner quivering, just
screaming.
They're all there at the wrong fucking time.
Gina's watching this with the gap face.
Like a werewolf. Miss Windibank gets stronger on a full moon.
God damn it. Angelic wings of garbage spreading from his back. While Ringo and Nash were searching the counter, I'd located the music box I'd sold to Matilda on the shelves of forfeited articles. And the second disc was inside. Yes, I slipped it into my pocket with a very deep sigh of relief. But then, something entirely unexpected happened. My neck grew 3 inches that day. Yeah,
Mr. Windibank came out and just started bodying people.
Bro went Super Saiyan 4. It was nuts. The one that ain't even canon no more.
God damn it.
What are you doing in my shop? Kaioken!
Solar flare!
Kiko! And then the front of the shop just explodes.
And then like Gina's in the back like quivering under a table as the entire shop, all of London is probably shaking. And she's like, what the fuck is going on out there?
He comes in like rotating his shoulder like, sorry about that.
Don't worry about the smell. It'll go away.
I've opened a window.
You should leave now, young lady.
It's kind of like in JoJo Golden Wind when fucking Diavolo walks around the corner of the pillar and he takes his shirt off and he's just shredded.
Oh my god, it's like that, but it's like the moment he's like out of Gina's sight. He has to keep up appearances. He doesn't need to worry about the people who broke in. They're never gonna see another thing again.
They need to worry about him. A gunshot rang out in the shop, and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm.
Turns out an ant bit me, and someone shot the Skulkin brothers.
The broker fired his gun, and the bullet pierced your limb.
Oh, that would be so funny if he wasn't even shot.
Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, it was a really big ant. I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. He's not in this game.
Shut up.
Bang.
Oh, shoot, wait, you actually remember just in case?
Oh, that's a character?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, by the way, just so you know, he's dead, but...
No shit.
Oh.
Alright, I'm sorry. Before I knew what was happening, I had fired back. The man had already turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home.
I killed a Saiyan that day.
I struck him in his weak point where his chakras were not aligned. It struck him in the middle of his back as he fled through the storeroom door for refuge. It's like an Avatar when Aang gets hit in the back with a rock at like just the right angle to fuck up his chakras.
I killed the Avatar and we've lost the Avatar state.
He was in the Avatar state when I shot him. The cycle has been ended.
We're all doomed.
Rava is free. Remember Korra? The one that had potential? Shit was crazy. A sorry tale.
Right?
Anyway, take him to jail. It all took place in the blink of an eye.
Take him to mega jail for killing the Avatar.
I don't imagine Nash and Ringo even realized what had happened at first.
Yeah, no, they were concussed from Mr. Windabank
Windabanks' absolute smackdown from the top rope.
Remember the scene from Hell of a Boss where the shark was just gonna fucking jump on Moxie? That's just what it looks like with the Skulkin brothers.
No, I like my image where it's like he's holding Nash up by the throat and swinging Ringo around by his feet over his head while screaming.
Absolutely taking care of business.
I was terrified, so I fled.
You should be.
His power cannot be matched. Oh.
I saw him powering up and I had to stop that.
I had to intervene.
For all of our sakes.
Had he activated his 5th form. And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Windabanks on that wretched night.
There's just a whole, like, Dragon Ball arc taking place in a span of 30 minutes at the pawnbroker.
Ringo and Nash performed the fusion dance, but it wasn't enough.
Cuts to, like, Nash in the Yancha pose on the floor.
Ringo doing the chopper face, crying over him. Windabanks is walking towards Ashley doing it's the JoJo thing where he's walking up on
Just
fucking
a ton
Dio.
of different anime references. We're fucking idiots. We're running out of time.
Windabank gets shot, and then it's Gina doing what Pikachu did to Ash in the Pokemon movie 2000.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
So he's shaking him after he gets turned to stone.
Oh, right.
The best anime movie. Fight me. Ugh.
God, that was a ridiculous thing we did.
This bit. Earlier, you called me Gilded a monster.
You called
Here's a
Windabank.
real monster, and he holds up a mirror to himself, and it just doesn't show up in it.
I can't say that. That's an inside joke.
A man, what?
I'll tell you after.
A man who used his wealth and influence to distort the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder. What tragic irony. For what you have done is exactly the same.
Boo!
Boo this man.
Okay, yeah.
You've become the very monster you saw and despised so deeply, McGilded. I don't know about that, Chief. Kinda. Not quite. Yes, I think I have. No, you haven't, is the thing. You're not the same. You're a bad person. McGilded's a monster. You're a jackass.
Well,
Like-
think about it. He was willing to, throw... Stop! Like, he was willing to kill people. I mean, like, even if you think that, like, him
Okay.
killing McGilded for, like, the sake of his, like, father getting justice is fine, he was still willing to throw Gina in jail, a child, for the sake
Okay.
of, like, him somehow making money out of all of this.
Okay, McGilded murdered a guy for shits and giggles, and it would, like, had so many
Well-
people in debt to him that it wasn't even funny.
Well, we don't know how the deal went sour. It could have been that McGilded was planning to kill him the whole time, or Mason found out what this was really about and then refused to hand it over.
I don't know, man. I still don't think Ashley is the same kind of monster as McGilded.
No,
of the two,
he's a
McGilded's
different-
worse.
He's a different kind of monster, but he is still a monster.
I'd say he's the lesser of the two.
And he's still going to jail for it.
Thank God. Oh, that was a lot. Well,
What was that whole rant about a bunch of different animes?
have you seen Ghost Stories? Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial.
Yes.
However, it would seem that we at last have arrived at the truth. Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon? He's been restrained, my lord.
And then he
He's
had
been
a-
escorted to the yard.
And then he had a heart attack.
He'll be charged with the murder of Mr. Windabank
Great.
and the stealing of government secrets. Cool.
Great. Good.
Nito Doritos. And you, Inspector,
What?
you're fired. Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you were going to send a child to jail.
Yes, my lord, of course.
like revealing the evidence would have resulted in the exact same thing.
It would have gone way faster had you just revealed the evidence. I guess he didn't know that Ashley was, like, the person leaking it. He just knew that Ashley had the disc, and he had to make a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Did he not want us to realize that the secrets were being leaked?
Yeah, he said he was supposed to keep it hush-hush.
I know, but it's the matter of, like, in this case, the secrets were, like, a very crucial part. I mean, like, combine the two cases, just make them one, because that's part of your investigation.
Well, then it becomes a federal matter.
And?
Like, he probably thought that he could get Ashley after the trial.
Get him during the trial! It's so much faster!
But it's more hush-hush if he gets him after.
He's stupid.
It transpires that you were complicit in helping a criminal escape justice.
Yeah.
The fact remains whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty. The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable.
That's what I was going for.
Damn straight. Now to the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Lestrade.
Oh, yeah? It is time for the final education. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? You guys can't vote guilty.
They all vote guilty. And then
Yes, sir.
the trial continues for another 3 hours.
Cadet Squadron standing by, sir. This is really it now. The last push, the final call, the finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Let's fucking do it.
Do it.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Not
Guilty.
And then the last guy says guilty and everyone groans.
Not guilty.
Turns out it's because he doesn't understand.
Not guilty.
Guilty. I like how the little mouse bounces too.
Yeah.
London will never burn. That's the stuff. I'm off, Dirk.
Finally, Bruno, you managed to do it.
It's only been 12 hours.
Oh, I was gonna say 10, but you beat me. Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if we'd come out on top for a while there. Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world. Let's hope your descendants is also the same.
There's high hopes for your bloodline. Miss Lestrade, I am not finished with you yet. What are you looking at me like that for? Before you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider,
Eh?
2 months ago in my courtroom, no less, you gave the false testimony, did you not? And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Mr. Windibake's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with Mr. McGilvered's property, it seems. I never done nothing of the sort.
Gina, stop lying. Of course not. It's not like you're gleefully wearing McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything. Aww. And just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Ginny this evening.
And turning our attention to the defense.
What did I do?
Determining that, when played together, the music box disc contained a message in Morse code was... Well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, Counsel. I refuse to show you any respect. Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. I don't like being caught off guard.
And then he shoots us.
In fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today. I propose a toast to demanding that government secrets be disseminated before the entire courtroom. Bro! Bro!
Very sorry about that.
Should've just let her go to jail, bro.
It was the only way I can get Inspector Gregson to admit he had, what he had done, so... If I may say something on that point... Isn't that... about the sounds produced by the music box before.
I swear to God, if it turns out they're not Morse code.
I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all.
What's up?
What? What are you saying, madam?
No.
Oh, well, it's just that I'm I'm really rather fascinated.
Fanatical.
Yeah, fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see.
No.
So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact.
The doctors say I'm on the spectrum for some reason.
Goodness, Goodness, madam. An unhealthy level of obsession one feels.
They gave me a prescription of a vibrator and let me go.
The good old gourd filled with angry bees.
Fuck, I forgot that was also one. Anyway.
Queen Cleopatra.
But I must say that in my opinion, the sounds produced by those two discs were nothing more than that. A meaningless series of two different tones.
No.
What? What? Can that really be? It wasn't Morse code after all?
You know.
My lord, the defense would like to listen to the music box again.
Are you off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you? Those discs contains ministerial secrets, sunshine. This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of the government communications. We know McGilded conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies. Secrets acquired from Mr. Graydon.
Yeah, you don't need to play the box again. We already got a confession. Right?
If you revoke our confession.
Now that the man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further.
Yeah, see? He's done. But it's really going to bother me.
I mean, it might have just been the dad in on it and wanted to, like, protect his son and country.
He put, like, just nothing in the disc.
Maybe he doesn't know how to put Morse code.
He put, like, the recipe to, like, a poor cuisine in there.
Got him hot.
I'm sorry. Can you...
Oh, Miss Lestrade.
Just staring around the room.
Yeah, me lord.
That which you have seen today here in this courtroom has been extremely disturbing.
You can say that again.
Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury. A grim catalogue of depravity. An appalling experience to befall any child.
Come on, it ain't nothing I don't see most days in the back slums.
What?
I beg your pardon.
If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes.
Gina?
Shut up.
Gets out the spray bottle.
Gina, you're winning. Shut your mouth.
Shut your cake hole.
That's the rule of court. If you're winning, shut your mouth. Right?
Yeah. Be quiet. But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want it to change, don't do shit, because you can't. You've got to start at home. You got to change how you are yourself.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Cody.
Listen, man, full disclosure, I'm a bit of a nihilist.
Yeah, stop doing that.
No.
Very well. A very laudable lesson, I would say. I eagerly look forward to the born-again Miss Lestrade never gracing my courtroom with her presence again.
Nah, I'll be back next week.
Now, with regards to the murder of Mr. Pop Windebank, proprietor of the pawnbroker business on Baker Street.
We're probably not going to play the second one for a while, huh?
Probably.
I hereby declare the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, not guilty.
Hot Milky!
Shut the fuck up!
No! That's oh my god.
And then she caused the London fire.
Iris!
She causes the London fire.
Holy shit, did you just do that?
Did you have that loaded in there all this time?
That is all. Court is adjourned.
Agorned.
Shut up. Shut up. Stop.
Hi. Hello.
Fuck me.
I hate you.
I hate you too. Good talking to you.
On a personal note, I must say you've surprised me, my Far Eastern friend.
Ah. Oh.
Oh, me?
Really?
Hells yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
Despite being a Nipponese, you saw through the pretense to the malice that festered within that Englishman.
God, you're racist.
Yeah.
and at the same time saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
You don't have a culture. You just steal shit.
They don't know that. Common English people back then probably didn't know everything they had was stolen.
Probably, but you know what? I'm still gonna dunk on them for it.
Yeah, you can, because now they do. Now they know. I don't think there's anything curious about it.
Punk ass.
Fucking asshole. Let's see, whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside. Nuh-uh! You bleed rice.
I know that's how it works. You can't convince me of otherwise. You know I took this case for one very simple reason.
That's why you eat so much rice, you gotta replenish.
To lock swords with you once again here in the courtroom.
Wait, just to be sure, you know who I am, right? You did?
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another Nipponese, only to find my trust betrayed. Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew, and try to understand.
And this is why he's racist.
Really is just a scorned lover, huh?
He left me on red.
I asked, what are we? And then he just left me on red.
I wanted something more, and he just wanted a fling.
I'm not some booty call, damn it.
I showed you my dick pic, now answer me.
I showed you my wine cellar, now answer me.
God fucking damn it. You mentioned something earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. What happened exactly? That's
It
vague.
was so long ago. And it cuts to him when he's like 10 and a Japanese kid just like trips him.
Pushes him over.
He calls him Van Stinks. And then he just never emotionally recovered.
And he like slams his hand down. I am not Van Stinks. And I'm just like, where did that come from?
It's Van Stinks, not Van Stinks! Well, you may ask. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
I feel like no matter what, I would like to know the answer. Alright.
I see you later, Van Stinks, and you just like strut out.
I skip out of the courtroom.
And he looks like traumatized after you.
He's just staring at himself in his wine glass. Alright, then I'll wait for that day if I must.
Sorry, Van Stinks is really getting me.
Just the fact that this whole thing is based on when he was fucking 10.
Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, and my retirement from service 5 years ago.
The Greeper of the Gailey.
It gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
No, not really. My boyfriend died on a boat.
Shit was crazy. Stop doing that, you dramatic. You
You've
fucking
done that
drama
so
queen.
many times during this case. There's so much glass at your feet.
This is why we call you Van Stinks.
Everyone's calling him Van Stinks.
So farewell to my Eastern Nipponese fellow, until we meet again.
Turns out, all those years ago, it wasn't even a Japanese kid who did it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Your dummy thickness has activated the remote.
Shut up. How do I get out of this?
Okay. Hopefully that didn't show up in the recording.
Most times it doesn't, but I really hope it didn't. Let's just
cool.
make sure everything's good on
It
this
is
side.
5:24 p.m.
Yes, we started at 8 or 10.
It's a whole day down the drain.
So we're never seeing Susato again. Anyway,
Jesus.
Susato is long fucking gone. It's done. It's over at last.
You're like dragging yourself out of the courtroom.
So much anime references. But where's Iris disappeared to? You're not Iris. Congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I didn't. I knew that you were innocent.
I knew I was innocent too. Well, you did what you said, Mr. Naruto.
I would appreciate if you said my name right. I did just win.
How about you keep your name off? How about you keep my name off your filthy English tongue? You believed in me right up to the end.
Yeah, I did. And now it's the end, and I don't believe in you.
You're as odd as your name.
What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I?
No one ever has before, you see. Kept a promise, I mean, properly.
That's awful.
Bummer.
Anyway.
I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums, I've never trusted no one. That's just because I've been scared of being stabbed in the back.
Backed in the stabbed.
I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down.
Huh.
Bummer. Anyway, we're gonna get sandwiches.
Yes, I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in the trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and I paid for it.
Nerd.
That betrayal left a big scar. You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too.
My stutter.
Shut up! Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do and your trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You ever taken like a good piss?
You ever sit up like an orangutan in the middle of the night?
Do you ever beat that one boss in the video game that like kicked your ass for 3 days straight because they've got that one cheat move that you can't fucking block? So like, what are you even supposed to do against it? And you try dodging, but then dodging doesn't do anything either because no matter what happens, they just fucking track you to the ends of the fucking earth.
I think I have you to thank for reminding me of that valuable lesson.
And then they got their long monologue.
Oh well, if you say so. That'll make a fat lot of sense to me, though.
I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure.
Well.
For crying out loud, pack it in.
No.
Well, I suppose I sort of feel the same way. I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, you know, alright.
Thanks.
Neat.
Anyway.
You good?
It feels like there's a scratch on my leg, but I can't see it. This is the way I see it, Ryunosuke.
Kazuma, you're here.
I'm a ghost again. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Is any of this getting through to you?
After this experience, I started to feel like I understand. I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean.
There you go.
Shut up, Kazuma. Am I living up to your expectations?
No.
Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be?
God, you're lucky you're pretty. Pardon the interruption. I don't know who's speaking.
Wow, you're terrified of
McGilden.
them. Oh.
Oh! What the deuce? What the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow?
Did the other officer look at him?
Yeah.
That voice.
It's too late for that voice now, Mr. Naruhodo.
Did you just mock me?
I've been standing here patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity. Ah ha ha, yes, it was me all along, I would have said, when you finally noticed me. But my instant transmission! But you people, with your incessant babbling!
I'm sorry, but this was... Oh my god, how many hours would that be?
This is from 8 to 5:30.
It was 9 hours.
God, that's a normal work shift for me.
It was a 9-hour day of fucking just us yelling anime references at each other. Complimenting Windabank on being secretly ripped.
Being a fucking beast. Ah, yes, it was me all along, you see.
You can't see us at all, can you?
I'm still dying, by the way.
I'd assumed you... I assumed you'd been taken back to the hospital, to be honest.
Indeed I was.
But I managed to escape again!
Just another half a second flash of him like screaming with the gurney. Oh.
I happen to be aware of one or two foibles of the doctor who is tending to me.
I'm sorry, you did what to the doctor?
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily issued me with a leave of absence.
How very above board.
But enough of my adventures.
Yeah.
It was a fine victory, Mr. Naruhodo. Your tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel. Congratulations on an order. As a close friend, I tip my hat to you.
And then I tip it back because I don't respect you. Thank
Not
you.
that much, don't get a big head. Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, maybe. Have I irked you in some way, Miss Lestrade?
Yes.
While you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed, some of us have been fighting for our lives.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you shot in the chest, Gina?
No, he wasn't shot. He had a mini explosion go off near his hip.
Yeah, and then like shrapnel went into his chest.
But I'm sure he's fine.
I mean, he is since he's standing, but like he was still cut open at the admission of the doctor who was in the courtroom and sewn back up.
Adrenaline is a beautiful thing.
Ah.
Ah, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true.
I'm going to get it back, though.
So I have indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel.
I'm not touching you. Could you take your hands off of my neck, please, Mr. Schultz?
Ooh, how's it feel, Naruhodo? How's it feel?
You ass.
And in some way, I suppose, congratulations are in order for you too, Miss Lestrade.
For what?
What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted? Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but you're going to jail.
Bart, I don't want to alarm you, but...
An acquittal in a trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious.
Well done, Mr. Sholmes. No alarming in the slightest.
She gets hit
Not
by a
alarming in the...
car.
What? Oh.
Oh, the raper, you mean?
The carriage that shows up to take her to jail hits her.
It's fucking Beppo driving. It's like, what was that?
It would be fucking Beppo, wouldn't it?
I read that.
Yeah, okay.
Is anyone who's found not guilty in his trial? He was working on winds up dead anyway, is that it?
I want to play Choo Choo Charles after this.
Okay. That gives me an excuse to go on my fucking mad, cracked out rambling of the biology of the spider inside of the Charles.
We've been joking about that for fucking days. I can't wait for you to actually...
I haven't even given you the lecture. I'm fucking saving it.
Yeah, I know, but you've been hinting at the lecture for days.
The very point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
These last couple of days I've been focusing on how would you kill Charles. Not as easy as you think. As exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGill did, in fact. Ah, but of course, I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself.
Dribble.
You're going to die.
I am.
Yeah, well, it don't bother me. Oh, really?
He points a gun at her. What about now?
Of course not. The way I see it, the raper's a bit like him upstairs.
Him upstairs. You mean like God?
Don't inflate his ego.
Now that you've mentioned God, you can't sell this game in China.
Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what... Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. He won't have got the wrong end of the stick. There are some cows like that bog trotter what are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs makes sure they get what they deserve.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Yep, that sure is logic somehow.
Divine justice is one thing, though. The Reaper takes matters into his own hands, and claiming lives is another.
Well, I ain't like the McGildeds of the world, so I ain't scared. I've got principles, see?
Uh-huh.
Correct. Anyway, a trait in you which is to be admired, Miss Lestrade. That's me.
Why do you keep saying Lestrade?
Because I think it's funny. Oi, give it a rest, alright?
No.
As I was saying, congratulations on an order. The news of your acquittal is very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina. Well,
There you are, Hurley. How long have you been here?
help me escape! She wants me to go back to the hospital! They want to put more blood in me!
He runs away. She rides in full speed on a horse. and then, like, Ryunosuke's like, there's a lot that I have apparently missed, and I don't want to know it. Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there.
Ah, Iris, my dear. I do apologize. But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves.
What happened?
As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in this room dressed as a bailiff. But these dolts didn't notice my presence at all! They had no idea. Can you imagine, Irish? Would you credit it?
I'm not sure, really.
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry, Hurley, but you just don't have... Fuck! You just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have.
Oh, my ego!
In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's going to land you in trouble one day.
Man, I wonder. He's like not looking at her either. I'll be careful.
Wow, he just accepted it too. I hate the way his neck looks here.
Oof. And then Zeke's comes up.
Anyway, it's such a shame. I was so hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight. But you won't be able to come, will you? We'll still throw it, just know that we're thinking of you.
Don't look like I'm gonna be going anywhere for a while. You heard the judge's patter. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All them offences.
I somehow offended him. He's such a snowflake.
What was it again? Breaking and entering, taking the bog trotter stuff, what was in lug, blah blah blah.
Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense.
But diving ain't an offence. It's a job, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Still, it has got me thinking all this.
Wow, you were fucking gone.
I was completely out, dude. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work. I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Odo?
No, I started off as a maybe killer.
As a victim.
I was eating steak and then bang. Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket.
Well, anyway, I reckon I can make a change. Oh, I just realized this trial mirrors the first one.
How so?
To a degree. Because a government official was trying to hide the presence of the killer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Same shit was happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Full circle.
Full circle! I'm gonna do something for all them lot like me from the slums. Something that makes a difference for them.
Genocide. It will make a difference.
You're absolutely right.
That's a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea, Ginny. I'm sure you can do it. What is it?
I'm a little bitch. Nothing.
Miss Gina Lestrade. The prison carriage has arrived, ma'am. Come with me to the rear gate at once.
If you don't come in 5 seconds, I'm gunning you down.
Pulls his gun out. Ma'am, get down! Right, well, looks like I'm off then.
Yes, goodbye, Gina. And good luck. Hugs?
No. Odo.
It's not my name, but yes.
Ah, fuck. I need to get out of here. I've only got 20 more minutes. God damn it.
Ah! What was that for?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so I just fucking shot you. Ah, indeed. Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Miss Lestrade. On occasions such as this,
You say thank you.
I would recommend a simple thank you.
Oh.
Maybe assault ain't the answer.
Oh, yes. It's good advice, Ginny.
Fucking say it will be square, dude. Or I'll give you the bill for my services. Right, I see. Well,
It's either one or the other.
a thank you or a bill.
Trust me, you're not going to be able to afford the bill.
Thanks, Odo. Aww. She's ugly.
Put it back on.
Thank you for everything what you've done, for believing in me. Ain't no problem. Now go get him, sport. Remember, kill the biggest one.
Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina. I don't know where to go from here, and she shoots us again.
I don't know how to deal with awkward situations.
Well, there she goes.
Bye.
I wonder if I'll ever see her again.
And the carriage explodes.
Eggert Benedict at it again.
Well, well. Quite the indomitable pick purse.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought a paper outside. It's a special edition, and this trial is all over the front page. There's no way they fucking got that out so quickly.
There's also a picture of, like, the terrorist, and it's, like, terrorists still missing it on the loose.
Pickpocket's innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful?
I'll tell you what's not wonderful. The temperature of this room.
Is it that hot to you?
I'm melting.
You should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She would have been thrilled. Oh no. How silly of me.
Ha!
But anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Oh, God.
Not again. Well, what do you say, Bruno? Hurley? As usual, I think I'd rather get bad news out of the way first.
Absolutely not. I have no intention of listening to anything but good news. I mean, he got shot, so that's kind of fair.
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it? Let's not go there. Alright then. Maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It's a record level of rainfall, apparently.
Well, that is good news indeed. We journey back in greater comfort.
Alright then, what's the bad news? The huge storm has left the sea very choppy. The channel in particular is awful, so sailing out of Dover?
Yeah.
Dover has been delayed by a day or more. Wait, Dover? That's right. If we head to the station immediately, we may still make it in time to wave Susie off.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, she might miss her father's death, but I mean, hey, at least we get to say goodbye.
No, he's just sick. And even if she's, like, delayed by a day, it's still gonna take her 2 months to get there.
He'll have either died or recovered by the time she gets there. Right.
One or the other. Or maybe he's just old and he can't stand anymore.
I mean, maybe.
But there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky.
Who do you think I am, Mr. Nutherhodo?
Some guy that I live with. Mr. Sholmes?
I rushed to Victoria Station earlier and made arrangements for a special express. If we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner. And I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked sole.
I don't... The great detective does it again.
Indeed he does.
Yes, he does.
I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles.
What?
He's a pervert. I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he'd be happy to let me on the locomotive. Elementary.
He said it. Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way.
No.
What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how much more is in...
I'm scared.
How much more is...
Don't worry. This is the final scene. We're almost done.
Seriously?
Credits are after this.
Oh my god, okay.
God, the boat is late.
That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Oh no, we missed her. Look, there she is right now on the boat. Cece's boat must be about to leave now. Mrs. Sato, where are you? Look to the left. There she is. Wait. Over there, look.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Did you mean to do that?
No, I was just joking. Oh my god. It looks like she's reading something.
I should have put my hair up before we did this.
I'll put your hair up for when we record Choo Choo Charlie.
Hold it!
We're not doing that tonight, are we?
Oh, are we not?
Nah, it's like already almost 11.
Oh. Mrs. Sato, wait. What are you doing?
Throws it at us.
Okay, you're taking over for Ryunosuke. Are you good? Stop. Mr. Naruhodo, what are you doing here?
We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean...
Wait, you were still there?
How long is that trial? We heard that sailings were being delayed due to the bad weather, you see.
Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go?
It went well. She was acquitted.
I knew she'd quit, that fucking quitter. That's wonderful. Really wonderful news. I've been here for 9 hours.
It was a big book I was reading. The book you were about to throw into the sea. It was your Encyclopedia of British Law, wasn't it?
I was done reading it. I was gonna get rid of it.
Get rid of the evidence.
Oh dear. I was hoping you hadn't seen that. I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So, I was saying my final farewell. I read it for 9 hours and then was gonna throw it in the ocean.
You were saying goodbye to law? You, Susato-san? Would I be correct in assuming that it's because of the peephole, Miss Susato?
I deliberately altered the scene of the crime, and then I tried to hide the fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable. That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susie? What?
Nothing.
On the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember. Oh yes, we had a wonderful time! Well, Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean. I wish I could read. Oh, that was so much fun! I stole Runo's armband! Yes, please don't do that again, Iris. Oh wait, why am I reading that?
That band is very important to me.
A dead guy gave it to me.
My dead boyfriend.
Well, if it's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages. On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat Flap-O-Mat. So I put it in my sleeve. How'd you do that?
She has big sleeves.
Really? And then I rather forgot about it, until I found myself in Mr. Windibank's shop with it later that night.
I see.
And then...
Blah, blah, blah. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense.
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Naruhodo!
Hey, Mr. Naruhodo.
Keep going without me!
Hey, I think the bullet missed you, buddy.
Right.
You okay?
No, I'm stupid. After Mr. Naruhodo left the shop, I started to think. That door started to play on my mind.
The storeroom door, you mean?
Yes. If Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could only be behind that door. And at that moment, a little device that I had up my sleeves sprang to mind. I was so worried about Gina. I simply had to know.
So you used the cat flapper mat to make the peephole in the door.
And also put, apparently, a little knob on it, too.
Well, how else are you gonna grab it?
You push it open.
No.
As captured in the photographic print of the shop. By one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
Indeed, it was of the first importance, that point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though naturally, without proof, it would have amounted to nothing.
Thanks, Sholmes. But when I looked through the hole in the door, the sight that met... What?
Nothing, it just keeps going.
The sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Thoughts started to run through my mind.
I wonder what I'm gonna have for dinner later.
It was already after dinner. I have a second dinner. I remember that trial 2 months ago. Well, 2 months earlier.
The trial of Magnus McGilded.
Cody, are you gonna be okay?
I'm sweating up a storm, dude.
I thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me.
As it should have.
'Cause it is. And then a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because of the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Windibank. You're gonna be okay, sweetie.
Leave me alone.
Even though I was sure she would never have done such a thing.
You were worried that the true culprit could try to frame her for the crime.
That's right, but then I realized it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case.
What do you mean?
Well, the criminal appeared to have...
Crime.
Bleh! The crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it there, to claim falsely they have witnessed it, there would have to be a way to see beyond the door.
Ah. For which, a peephole would be the very thing.
Only, the peephole I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And the criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
The possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not?
A trap? Is that why she did it? So, is that why you kept it secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the peephole to anyone, not even the police. I know. And I know at the time what I was doing was wrong. A criminal offense. I'm getting on a boat and they'll never catch me. That's why I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes. If Mr. Naruhodo was completely backed into a corner with no other possible means of escape, the truth about the peephole could save him. That was my plan.
She really does think of everything. But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began? My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight.
Thinking very gay right now.
You're thinking of your friend, aren't you? What was his name?
Kazuma.
Yeah, that one. If she had done that, it would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade.
Ah.
You could have been disbarred if you had been seen to have knowingly tampered with the crime scene. Get it, scene? So Miss Usato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone. For your sake, and Miss Lestrade's. Miss Usato. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Sorry. The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I lost a little of my faith in the law.
Bummer.
Well, I mean, fair.
Shouldn't have had it to begin with. Oh.
I was worried that the right person wouldn't be convicted of this crime. But the moment I allowed myself to think that is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant. I can't say that word.
You're okay. What you did isn't comparable to what he did.
Yeah, he killed someone.
Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that peephole as a way to implicate Gina. And besides, if the peephole inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure what she would have been acquitted, that she would have been acquitted in the end. Mr. Sato, what you did saved Gina's life.
Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you saved me too from my regrets.
I can die in peace.
From my regrets. Damn it.
Well, we must all be thankful that Miss Lestrade's freedom has been assured. Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in that trial will continue to play on my mind, I'm sure.
But the revelation that the music box disc contains secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration.
Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I thought it was.
Oh? It wasn't?
There's a communications officer among the jury members, you see. A telegraph operator.
Yeah, I know. Wild, but...
And she said that the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones. As one would expect. After all, we are talking about secret government communications. No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted. In cipher? I see. So then we could have never hoped to understand the message anyway. Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you. What's up? God, they love their dots.
A. So, Gi.
Asogi? What?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny.
Don't be racist.
I'm being racist, Cody. Wait. Iris, what did you just say? Oh, I just said asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Means something. Asogi was the name of my best friend.
What?
Yeah.
But how? How do you know that name, Iris? Sorry, this room is starting to melt me too. I wrote it down during the trial, when the message was played on the music box.
She transcribed it on the fly? She really is a genius.
I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. But whatever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least.
Ah, Japanese Morse code, if that's a thing.
It is.
Oh.
It suddenly occurred to me, you see, there's more than one Morse code. It's not just the English variety.
The best variety.
Various countries around the world have altered and added to Morse code to use it in their own languages.
The American Morse code is the proper Morse code. America! I don't believe it. Are you saying?
Freedom is the only way. That's right. It's only, I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before. And you remember it? But I think it's based on the, oh god.
Iroha pentagram.
Yeah, that, isn't it?
You mean to say that in Japanese Morse code the message says asogi?
Well, it says more than that, but... Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of Japanese Morse code. Iris, would you let me see that?
Mr. Sato, do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code?
Of fucking course I do! Yes, I spent some time studying it. Because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for international communications.
Yeah, kind of. Then might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version.
No. You're not allowed to recommend that.
Shut up, you British fuck.
But that as it may, Iris, show me the message, please.
Be that as it may.
Of course.
Asogi, you suck. Well, okay.
Asogi is dead.
It's cool.
That's what it says. But what could this possibly mean?
Whatever is in that long sequence of supposedly meaningless dots and dashes, it's made the color drain from Susato-san's face. God, how much longer is this? Jesus.
We're almost done.
You keep saying that. You said that about 20 minutes ago.
I said this was the last scene, and it's still the same scene. There's no doubt that this message is written in Japanese Morse code.
So the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications?
The nerds. I don't understand
Fucking
the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names.
4 names?
The first is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma Asogi. Why? Why was his name on that disc?
The second is A.
God damn it. Shut up.
You got me. Ba-da-bow!
Shin? I don't recognize that name.
The third is Oh, God.
Goregason.
Wait a second. Wait a fucking second.
Gregson? Ah, it would seem Tobias Gregson is the 3rd man on this list.
I shipped myself here in a little box.
Help, I'm fairly stuck. The fish and chips take up too much space. And what's his name doing in a secret government communication as well?
Oh no, is it a hit list? Is Gregson gonna die?
If only we should be so lucky.
And the last name?
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
What's the matter, Mr. Sato?
You're still doing the voice. It's just so strange. So unexpected.
Yay.
Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense. And then she, like, bolts to the boat and just hides. The last name is J. Wilson.
Oh, shit.
What?
Wilson? You mean that guy I killed? I mean...
John H. Wilson? You mean Daddy?
Don't call him that.
No, that's not a thing here.
People will ruin it in the future.
Just protect yourself. Just protect yourself, Iris.
Shield yourself from the madness.
It only says J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if you translate it from Japanese, that is all 4. And that's the end of the message, or rather the end of what you noted down, Iris.
Neat. I just can't believe it. Who would ever have thought those discs contain Japanese Morse code? Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names. It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
Oh, no shit, Sean.
No shit, Herlock.
So, Daddy could be in Japan then. Where's Susie and Ruta come from? Oh, well.
Yeah, he could be there.
No, it's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson, and there are a lot of there must be a lot of J's among them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine in the Imperial University. But we can't tell Iris about that now. We just can't. You know, really strange that 2 of the people on that list are dead.
It's so strange. Somehow, in solving the case of Mr. Windibank's murder today, I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark cave.
I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside. Anyway, I got a boat to catch. Oh,
Peace.
Oh, I do actually have to go catch the boat. Honk. Imagine a cruise ship, but it's got like the
The dinky little horn.
Oh, I was gonna say like one of like the Mexican horn string. Yeah, that.
That'd be great.
I would totally get on a boat that does that.
That'd be awesome.
Oh dear, the ship is going to set sail soon.
Yes, it seems so.
I'll sail on that steamship first to the port of
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk in France. Of course, it's French. It's a stupid word. Then I'll change on a larger passenger vessel bound for Japan.
She's gonna die. Bummer.
You're really going then, Susie.
Good riddance. We wish you a safe passage, Miss Susato.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the very best.
Miss Susato, I had hoped to have you always at my side, to guide me and support me.
Mr. Naruhodo! I'm melting.
Please, come back soon. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world.
Oh, I'm so glad you're also messing up that word too.
Now go on, get out of here.
I'm quite sure. I'll be back before you know it. And then, like, when she leaves, Sholmes is like, "You made a little girl cry."
What an asshole you are.
Really, Susie? Oh, now don't forget, Iris. I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill. A promise? About your manuscript. Mantle script. Ah,
Ah, yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
I'm still very deeply hurt that you read it. Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise. Definitely, Iris. I'm never telling her. Please. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yeah.
do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. On the SS Burya when I was dragged out from that wardrobe, still
No.
half asleep.
We met before that, you idiot.
Yeah, but not fully. She was a stand. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Susato takedown.
And then I got rid of all of my prior memories, so... You know very well I'm talking about after that.
What?
What? It's strange, but being thrown together as we were in that case, I somehow felt straight away. Is that what it says?
Yeah, you got this, man.
No, my brain was telling me like
It's
that's
a
wrong.
carry-on sentence.
I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma-sama's great legacy.
Cool. Miss Susato.
And my instincts were right. We're never letting Cody go to bed.
Jesus Christ, I have work tomorrow.
It's not that late.
It's midnight.
No, it isn't!
It's almost midnight.
I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that... I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
Cool, get out of here.
And then the ship starts taking off without her.
She just scrambles after it as fast as she can. Oh, do we get a cutscene?
Yeah,
Cool.
because it's the end of the game.
And we only have 45 more minutes of game until we finally are, like, done.
Yeah, I know, isn't it fun?
It's crazy.
Somehow
Anyway.
we seem to have come to the end of the adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Ryunosuke.
Or the first volume, at least.
But you shouldn't be so lucky as for this to be
Looking
the
back
end of
now,
the
It
nonsense.
feels as though
There's
fate
more nonsense
has
to
led me
come!
on
Oh, the
this
cat's here!
journey.
Oh, yeah. They run off the edge of the dock.
I was thinking...
Start swimming after her.
Sholmes, you're not keeping up!
Sholmes doesn't care.
Sholmes
Fate led me
cares.
to becoming a lawyer, to traveling halfway around the world,
It's weird that you're
to
British.
meeting the great
She trips and
detective.
falls off the railings.
I'm sure there'll be trials
Scabba-dabba-dabba.
and tribulations ahead. Of course there
She's
will.
bringing the plague of scat to fucking Japan.
The plague.
Whatever happens, I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around.
I can't wait for you to be accused of murder in the next trial. Where did you just have that on you? Are
It was under my coat.
I'm actually the ghost of the
I'm the greatest
moors, and then he
friends
just
in the
disappears.
On my side.
I was never real.
Don't say that he's the greatest friend ever on your side. He's a dude.
I was only brought into existence to torment you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Peace.
Hi.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it's just a thing that happens in all Ace Attorney games.
Ah yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes.
I have some rather awkward news.
You owe me $32,000 in legal fees.
The railway company has decided to sue over the Special Express train, apparently.
Huh?
What's up?
It caused so much commotion on the line. All the other trains had to wait at the station.
But really, we would have never made it to Dover in time otherwise. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault. You son of a bitch!
Huh?
I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. Not to worry, my dear fellow. According to Miss Usato.
You love defending yourself in court.
Oh my god, you jackass!
Huh? It's alright. I'm perfectly happy to testify.
Bro, are you serious?
He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous.
God, this is dumb.
See?
Bro, I'm going to jail.
Mr. Sholmes.
Yes?
A word, if you don't mind.
He just starts beating him up.
There's a fighting on the board.
Why, certainly. Any word you would like. Bellow it out, my dear friend.
Oh, yes. I love Bruno's words.
Just starts yelling in angry Japanese.
Oh my god, he just starts saying slurs, but in Japanese. I know just the one he'll use here.
Then I really must say... Objection.
Hand.
Great job, ladies and gentlemen. Huh.
No.
It was Sholmes' fault. He was dressed stupid. Well, that was fun. That was 2 hours.
Yeah, 2
That
hours.
was 2 hours of just people explaining why they did the nonsense they did.
Almost as if we were meant to record that much when we first started.
Oh my god. In the following weeks, hundreds of music boxes arrived to bake something was afoot. Though it transpired, I had ordered them all myself. So I advertised them all for sale, with used by Mr. Sholmes to solve an important case. And the money I've earned, consulting detective work pays a pittance by comparison. You are scummy.
He's very scummy.
Okay, so this is just them recapping shit. We don't gotta read this.
We could.
We could.
I haven't slept a wink. This manuscript is due tomorrow now. When I'm this busy, Hurley usually cooks me breakfast. Well, cooks is an overstatement. For some dry toast and insipid coffee. I do miss Susie and her lovely Japanese breakfast.
Hey, don't look at me, dude. The
Why
most
not?
I can do is burn you a piece of bread. And give you a bowl of rice.
I could cook you bread twice.
I can give you a perfectly made bowl of rice, though. Witness, your testimony is riddled with contradictions.
And then...
It's a goose. Oh no! Exactly! Rarely do rare Korban coins hide under rare stakes themselves. Well, I don't know, sir. Knows his father is an innocent man. Or are you calling my son a liar?
I ain't calling him a truther.
Witnesses, my courtroom is no place for your petty arguments. Oh, God, this nonsense.
You fought in a war at some point, I'm sure of it.
Look at that man.
Hi, you.
I'm still alive. Having delivered the Russian dancer to shore in Shanghai, I laid low on the steamship for a while. But last night, I apprehended an extremely suspicious Japanese national on board. No, I've done nothing wrong! All I did was give what Wakahai's offering a refugee in my spot. A man brings some kitten on board and suddenly he's a hardened criminal. It's not fair! What?
Wagahai had kittens and he was trying to take them back to Japan.
Oh, this poor sack of shit.
Hi.
Now you must battle me. Scientific investigations will be the gold standard for policing in the new age. I dream of a world governed by the tenets of order and discipline. I have bad news for you. Like a great clock, in fact, those hundreds of parts meshed together in good time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have but 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next appointment. I have bad news for you, bro.
Oh, it's okay, Cody. He's not gonna live long enough to see it.
God, how many more characters are there? Oh, God. The latest Ranced magazine is out, and I'm in it again. Whenever I say that one line right now, I get a standing ovation. Wanna hear it? Humph, not bad, I suppose, for an amateur. Glug, glug, glug. Ah, that ladyship puts me to shame.
You should
Bro.
be in jail.
Yeah, she should not have written kindly of you.
You should be nicer to everyone around her for the blessing she gave you.
Really should have kicked your legs out from under you. Been visiting the old girl on a daily basis, of course. Dirty my old jail bed. Must say, battling with those bally stairs every day has done wonders for the dicky peg. Managing rather well with the housework, too. This maid business tapped up, I'd say. Hope the gossiping neighbors don't realize the man of the house is his own maid.
Conjugal visits?
He would not survive. Look at this poor man.
Oh, well.
Oh, these guys.
My Rolly is back on the beat again. All thanks to the Reaper.
There's nothing I enjoy more these days than hunting out the small change in the gutter. I'm a better Bobby now, looking out for Londoners, their dropped halfpennies, and my lovely wife. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
He is not conscious.
It's okay.
I like to imagine his head is shaped like the inside of his helmet.
Oh, God. He's a conehead. Wasn't that a movie?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Alright. Looks like I'm going to be doing time for a bit now. But Ivis comes every day for a natter, so I ain't too boring. He's always going on about all them cases what Sholmes is looking into. Criminal investigations are kind of interesting when you get into them. Good lord, dude.
There's a lot of people.
I know. Stop.
I can't.
Make him stop.
I can't.
You don't understand me. How many more characters are there to go through? Jesus. Oh, hey, you. Yes, I renounce my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. My regrets? Please. Oh, God, no. Give over, bruv. That ain't the Ash we used to know. We got time here to plan the comeback of Milverton Skulkin's milk run, right? Please do the pose. 3 Muscat Watsits. Milking the neighborhood for all it's worth. Oh, Lord almighty, dude.
Too bad he's gonna be executed for his crimes against the country. Right?
Also just being punished by being in the same jail cell as these two people.
Yeah, they're gonna be let go after a few months. He's being executed.
Where's the racist bird? I'm a ghost.
Oh, God. I'm an astral projection. This past 6 months, painful goodbyes and wonderful encounters. I've come to realize that's what life is about. Naruhodo-san, please, I promise, your assistant will return to you one day. But for now, I leave you with many memories and a heartfelt wish that life will treat you.
Oh, I have bad news for you,
I have bad
ma'am.
news for you. You wanna know the bad news?
He dies.
He gets disbarred after this case.
Oh, no.
for revealing government secrets.
Jesus.
No, I might just use this picture as the thumbnail.
I mean, that would be nice.
But nice.
But nice. Thank you, Mr. Train.
Thank you, Mr. Train.
Chugga chugga. I'm fucking out of it right now, dude.
Well, last thing that's gonna roll is the credits, and then we can just, we can call it early and just let the credits play in silence.
Alright, you can probably just fast forward them.
No.
Just speed them up or whatever.
They're special, so I'm just gonna let them play.
Oh, really? Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Great Ace Attorney. God damn it. I mean, it was enjoyable, but good lord, these characters are... Dude, all of that entire trial would have been like 20 minutes. if people just used regular common sense.
I really wanted you to play this game because I knew exactly how mad you were going to get at the final case.
Like, good lord, there was so many cases where it was just like, he did it. He did it.
He fucking did it.
You had so many people saying he did it. Oh, hey, the racist bird. I hope she just flutters away.
I really wish they used her, like, animation of her, like, praying as her goose flies her to heaven.
She tries to trip him. He's ready to square up.
I mean, you don't have to watch this. We can, like, sign off if you want.
I know, I'm making notes, dude. Bro was about to run hands.
Oh, hey, it's the pose that we were just saying we wish she did.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed this, though. I would give this, like, a good solid 7 out of 10.
I'm glad. And,
Oh, good lord. He's gonna eat that man.
What, you didn't realize
He's
that
gonna consume him for nutrients.
that he stood, like, a foot above everyone else?
Yeah, no.
Like,
He's, like,
his uniform doesn't even fit.
you need them calories to get that size, bro.
Yeah, he eats a lot of beef stroganoff. Anyway, but it's probably gonna be a minute before we play the second game. We're gonna like play some smaller games.
Yeah, I think you said you wanted to do Choo Choo Charles next.
Bye, Kazuma.
Oh, he's done?
He's done walking.
Oh, right, that's where he died. Hey, look, it's his killer.
Yeah.
But you said you want to do Choo Choo Charles next?
Yeah, because I don't think you had the pleasure of seeing all of that shit when it came out.
I did not.
There was this whole thing about like videos getting demonetized just by showing the ending cutscene.
Really?
But we're not monetized, so
Who cares?
Who fucking cares?
Cool. It'll also give me an excuse to go on a cracked out rant about the biology of Charles and why.
I can't wait for me to be screaming while shooting a Gatling gun at this goddamn spider, and you're just talking about the.
Well, I'm just saying it's like Charles, I believe, actually falls into a completely new genus of life because he no longer applies for the categories of spider or arachnidae, as we all know, and instead doesn't even fall into the category of reptilian.
And I'm just in the background screaming.
Screaming and firing wildly as this train runs at you.
But like.
So the biology of Megarachnus locomotus.
No, save it. Save it for the Let's Play.
All right.
But
Oh, the typefaces are like exclusively made by this company.
What?
The font they're using was like made exclusively by this company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bippity beppo.
Beppity Beppo, I can't feel my toes no more. My shoes don't come off. I'm scared to
They
go
got
to a
wet
doctor.
one day, and that was a death sentence for his feet.
But yeah, this was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. If it wasn't as hot, it'd be better.
Yeah.
Because I can't breathe because of this heat sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry, but like summer's gonna get worse.
I know. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos that we've done. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
Laugh at it, please.
Please.
Juanito streams. I'm there on occasion.
Yeah, you were there. This is
Today.
coming out Thursday, but you were there Tuesday.
Yeah, I was there Tuesday for the last 30 minutes, like a jump scare. I don't even think I did anything.
We joked about a lot of stuff together, though.
But yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.